come get
They're
us.
also strangely doing it to Australia. There's enough Chinese investors.
Yeah, they are.
Enough Chinese investors have moved to Australia that there's now like actual like Chinese parties in Australia.
Yep.
Interesting.
And there's now Chinese terrorism in Australia.
Not really surprised.
See, I'm telling you, that just goes more to the fact that
Australia's not real though. So
China's in on the joke now. And they're like, oh, Australia doesn't exist? Now there's Chinese terrorists there too, guys. Fuck it.
I feel like in like 100 or 200 years, it's gonna be one of those things where China's like, yes, Australia is part of China, and Australia's gonna be like, no, we're part of ourselves. Kind of like how it is with fucking Taiwan.
We own that now. What? Since when?
We own us though, they don't. Yes, we do.
the scariest time.
We do own you.
The scariest time will be when China tries to reinvade Vietnam. Because if China is able to take Vietnam, they're like, shit, they're actually able to expand now.
So, fun fact about Vietnam, in the Watchmen comics, and like someone like, so Vietnam's a really big part in the Watchmen comics because Vietnam's a really big part in American history too. But in like a lot of the like sequelizations of Watchmen, after like one of the major like differences between the histories of Watchmen and here is we won Vietnam because we had Dr. Manhattan, and then we just kind of like kept Vietnam. But Vietnam is like just a state. So it's like the state of Vietnam.
Oh
it's
shit!
just like, the entire country of Vietnam is just like one state that the United States owns, and it always swings all of the votes.
Oh my god!
Because it's like entire fucking country is one state, and so it's like we have 51 states, all the normal 50 plus Vietnam, and it's like
and Vietnam has like 100 electoral votes. Or something.
And it's like and this guy has become president like for the last 12. He's not supposed to, but Vietnam keeps voting him in. Vietnam. It's just like what a fucking weird departure. And it's also just like Vietnam is ours. Also, all of Vietnam counts as one state.
I feel like that's more of a jab at how we elect people.
I mean that's what the Watchmen comics were all. That's what Alan Moore was doing. He also wrote V for Vendetta, which is like. He was like, fuck politics and like fuck everything. Like they're all garbage and they're all pieces of shit and fuck it, whatever. And it's like the nuclear war stuff is only in the movies. In the original.
Wait, I didn't think there was nuclear war in the movies.
In the
I thought it was like some sort of like plague or something.
No. In Watchmen.
Oh, Watchmen.
In Watchmen, the threat was like nuclear warfare. That was only in the movies. In the Watchmen comics, the threat was. Alien squid monsters it's like psychic squid monsters.
Sounds a lot better.
They always do that.
Sounds a lot better.
Dark Horse.
Well, because like in the movies, it's like Dr. Manhattan. He's like a nuclear bomb, and he's gonna
there's a lot of
New York. So there's a lot of like nuclear tension. In the comics, it's like, oh no, like instead of like New York blowing up, it's like here's a giant alien squid monster that squashed New York and then died on impact. And it's like we have to join forces. There's fucking squid monsters out there. That's what unites like the world.
Wait. So does Dr. Manhattan even leave the comics? And it's like
he's still like.
I was gonna say like what's the point of this? It's not like I have to take the fall so that the people unite. It's like guys, there's squid monsters. I can help you with that.
He's like you know what? If this is. You know what? I forgot the dude's name. Ozymandias, you know what? You're right. If they fell for fucking squid monsters, I'm going to Mars.
Oh yeah, because the squid monsters were fake, right?
Yeah, they're all all the squid monsters, they're fake. Ozymandias like made the whole thing up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like there aren't actual squid, but it's just like one common threat that like the entire world can get behind.
Yeah.
To like join forces and like dearm all the nukes that way.
Wait.
I don't think they even dearmed the nuke. I think it actually makes the nuke thing worse.
I was gonna say wait a second. Why would you think there's giant alien squid monsters that are coming to take over Earth?
Giant alien squid monsters. We have to give it to the nukes, guys.
What is getting rid of
We don't want to make them nuclear giant alien squid monsters.
Guys, take control of the nukes.
Why?
Now that I think about it, I don't know if they do disarm the nuke. I think they probably makes it worse. Maybe that's why Dr. Manhattan's out. He's like, fuck this, I just wanted to, I'm out of here.
I don't think they disarm the nukes in the movie either. I think they're all just like, alright guys, we basically have a defensive pact, we are gonna fucking kill Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, and it's like, okay. Nukes. We saw what nuclear weapons did to New York, and that was bad.
No, that was Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, nuclear-powered Dr. Manhattan. Nukes are bad.
Close enough.
Okay? Everyone agree nukes are bad?
Now let's use
All
them.
right. It's like nukes are bad. Everyone agree? Okay.
Oh, it's weird.
That's
is,
it.
like, don't we have more explosive bombs than nukes? Bombs that do a larger explosion.
That's because
packed
we haven't
force.
done any
Well, it
nukes
depends.
for a
The
while.
bombs and
only
stuff, but
thing
yeah.
about nukes is that when you throw a nuke at someone, you're not just saying "fuck you." You're saying "fuck you" and your grandkids and their grandkids and their
Fuck you
grandkids
for the
and
next
their
like 120
grandkids.
years.
It really depends on, first of all, what type of reactant you use in the bomb. Like if you use like some of the stuff we use now, there's
All that I
like
said is I'm pretty sure there's explosions that we can make that are bigger than
Yeah.
nukes that we have.
Well, that's because we haven't put any money back in. We
Yeah.
haven't. We haven't
If we
had
start-
a-
I feel like
we
we
haven't
made
had
tactical
a
nukes.
sequel.
if, no,
We haven't had
if
a
we start
sequel to
making
the
Tsar
Manhattan
Bombas
Project.
again, like there's nothing bigger than that so far.
We
Yeah,
haven't.
that's
We
what
haven't
I
had a
thought.
sequel to the Manhattan Project. We haven't had like
Yes,
Manhattan
yeah.
Project 2 yet.
Electric Boogaloo.
Like I'm
Those
sure.
guys over there?
I'm sure nowadays.
I
it
have
could be
become
like,
death again.
We could not be able to have Manhattan Project 2. I've met those people over there. They are not. They ain't all that.
Like scientists or like
Yeah.
the. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've
Like-
met a lot of those scientists that work in that lab.
Are you saying like there's no like there's no Albert Einstein too? Like
no,
we got.
no, there's no Einstein too.
Oh, okay.
See,
I have a program going on with that lab, Los Alamos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the questions that they've asked me have made me question if they actually have degrees. Like, yeah. So I don't think a Manhattan Project 2 is on the fucking horizon.
Oh yeah, no, like
Well, you know
At least
what?
not from those
you
guys.
Also, you also have
Maybe
to remember.
someone else.
You also have to remember. Einstein was an American. We
Facts.
picked him up.
We did pick him
We
up.
picked him up, so it's like the next Albert Einstein. He's probably. Not
I have a question. Was Oppenheimer American? Because that's very non-American name.
No,
It
he
is very
wasn't.
non-American.
Yeah, exactly,
It sounds
so
like,
it's
you know, German.
And
was German.
you know what America did? We just threw money at it.
No,
We just threw money at
I'm
it.
pretty sure we kind of bombed the fuck out of Germany and then took those people.
Yeah, we stole a bunch
No,
of scientists.
no.
All the way around,
The-
Curtis. We took
Germany-
the people.
yeah,
and
and
then
then
we
we
bombed the
bombed
fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Oh, we bombed the fuck out of Japan after we got those people.
Those
but to
scientists
get those
bombed
people,
Germany.
we bombed the fuck out of Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget. Did we also take the Japanese scientists, or did we hang
Oh
them?
yeah, no, we got them all.
Okay. The Emperor of Japan.
Yeah, I was the Emperor of Japan at the time.
But whoever the general or admiral was that.
Imagine
Like,
named Tojo.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's great.
Tojo's a very common last
Really?
name.
What does it mean?
I don't know what
Oh,
the
okay.
fuck it means.
I
Oh,
was
it's-
very-
they all mean
I mean,
something
so
the
it
fact-
was-
the fact they knew it was common, I figured maybe you knew what it meant also.
it was one of
There's
the
like a
I
bunch
didn't
of
know it was a
common.
name.
There's a bunch of common Japanese names that you hear a lot. Yamamoto, fucking Tojo, fucking
They're almost all the major clans from like
Nissan.
500 years.
That's actually common.
I do believe
There's
that.
so many.
Toyota.
There's so many places in Japan named Nissan.
Is it Nissan and Toyota?
And
Aren't those
Toyota.
both like family names, and that's
Yes,
why.
that's why.
Yeah.
They named those companies that.
Also Ford.
That's all that I knew.
That was also his last name. It's not exclusive to
You play
Japan.
Neo. There's
Only
one character
Japanese.
that's named Toyota. In
Yeah, I
there.
know. I just never heard anyone named Tojo before.
Well, that's because we're not Japanese.
I know.
You gotta watch
All
more
I'm saying
anime.
is that-
Curtis.
Watch more anime, Curtis.
I said what
And to make sure we.
My brother sent me this TikTok, and it's probably like the funniest thing ever. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I sent it to you guys already, but it's Nazi scientists trying to figure out how to avoid punishment after World War II. They go to space. I can build a spaceship.
It's like, all right, Werner, how are we gonna test this rocket to make sure it's safe? Ah, well, we just take a prisoner and then a dog and then
Dog or monkey.
dog, monkey, Jew. Dog.
There's a comic. I bought like the first couple issues, but it's about the animals that we sent into space. And they got like picked up by some like higher being or whatever. They were like,
Oh
yeah,
my
you're coming with us. Like, oh, this is badass. We got a fucking dog.
Holy shit.
I never finished. Not Primordial.
that a
I never
monkey?
finished it. But yeah, basically it was just like some fucking like the ether was like, oh dude, what the fuck? Yes. and it's about the fuck. It's about like the Rush. What is it? Lanka, the dog.
Like
Yeah.
And like the monkey. They're both just like, oh, sick. I didn't get caught up on it. I haven't finished it, but I know that's like the premise is like what happened to those animals, and instead of like they just fucking died in the vacuum of space, it's like, yeah, but what if something cool happened to them?
I thought the
What if
monkey
we
was
embellished?
recovered.
What?
I thought the monkey was recovered.
The monkey was.
Sure he
not
was.
the dog.
I don't know if he was
The
alive,
dog fucking
but
died.
No, he was a body at that point. But yeah.
They were like, how do people handle re-entry? Well, let's send a monkey up there.
We hadn't
poorly,
done
that's how.
enough. We hadn't done enough gravity training for like literally any animals at that point. We only do that now, but
Yeah.
like.
wait, we do
I
gravity
don't
training
think
for
we
animals?
send animals
yeah,
out there
they
anymore.
do stuff like with cats and dogs.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, but
Really?
I don't know
It's
about
like
monkeys.
It's like take
Yeah,
a
they-
cat, just put it in a fucking like centrifuge, like all right, kitty.
I don't mean like that. I meant they put them in zero gravity.
Oh, I thought like the
If you
G-force
put
training.
if you put a dog under fucking
Puke shit
centrifuge, it would just puke everywhere. It would shit everywhere.
They just fucking
That dog would not come out of
Going
that
this
centrifuge.
way, shit going that way.
It would not come out the same dog. In fact, it would come out as three separate things. One pile of shit, one pile of skin and bones, and one pile of innards. And that's it. I don't want to deal with that. That sounds gross.
So yeah, after we tested it twice, we figured
You did have to do it 2 times
We could
just
probably,
to confirm the findings.
we could probably do it to a monkey, though. A monkey would probably take it.
It's like, why did you do it twice? Well, look, science. We had to confirm the findings. All right, this could have been a fluke. All right, I'm
You
sorry.
know what? You're right. We should put another dog in there.
Look, third time's a charm.
I don't know,
Nope, that is the.
What if we tried a bigger dog? Nope, just bigger piles of
We
stuff.
should just do it to a bird. We can make real Howard the Duck, and then that's it. That's how we.
I think
advance.
we're good with not having a real Howard the Duck.
Why not?
Because that
I've
would be
seen that movie.
terrifying.
It would be bad, but fuck it, it's cool. At this point, I don't care what happens.
I haven't seen that movie,
I'm
but
gonna
I've
cut
seen
that.
enough of Howard the Duck to know that that's.
I'd rather have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but not Michael Bay one. One of the cool puppet
Ooh,
ones.
the cool ones,
One of the
yeah.
cool puppet ones. I'll take the cartoons too.
Cartoons are really
Any of the cartoons, honestly.
I like the.
I don't know. I'm not sure that I
2001
feel
where-
comfortable about like a bunch of turtles trying to like get with some teenage girl.
You know what?
She wasn't.
They're
She was only
surprisingly
teenage in like some iteration.
yeah, and they're surprisingly not that horny for being teenagers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Only a couple of them. Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
That's because they're only horny for pizza. And being radical.
You know what? You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, oh hey, how's it going? What's that pizza, boy?
Let me ride my skateboard. Boing, boing.
Turtle dicks are weird.
Why do you know so much about dicks? Aren't you a math teacher?
I feel like he looks them up in his free time.
Yeah, it's a hobby, okay? I look at fucking every genitalia ever.
It's so that he can draw more accurately for his furry drawings.
It's true. That's how I make
Speaking
money.
of furry drugs, I do need to commission you for some furry work.
I mean,
Not porn.
you
stuff.
can.
How is
Well,
the teaching you
That's
going?
that's one of the things on my thing. I
That's
can do
what Teresa
suggestive
said. That's
stuff.
what Teresa
I just
said.
don't do NSFW. Like
Is the teaching stuff
Pure
going good
porn.
or meh?
I mean, it's the summer.
I'm out of yeah, it's summer,
Facts.
so I'm just doing
So what are you doing?
tutoring now.
Oh, tutoring?
Yeah, because I was working 2 jobs.
I
I've heard that tutoring pays more.
Huh?
I said I figured it would
It
start.
does.
So
Which
that's-
is-
I'm literally
No.
being
Interesting.
paid double
Yeah.
than what I was for classroom teaching.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I wanted to do the classroom, or I wanted to keep that classroom teaching.
It's true. I am
because it
miserable.
would help me keep my
I
foot in the
read that
door.
too.
And then the shooting happened. I was
I
like,
like to
"Nah,
skim
fuck
that.
this
Maybe I
shit.
should have my foot in the door.
Fuck this shit. I'm not gonna have my foot in the door at all. Last time I had to put my foot in the door was like in one game of Phasmophobia, that ghost hunting game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, fuck you, ghost, and the door immediately shut on me and I died. So, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that with teaching. I'm not gonna have that same experience with teaching. I'm gonna be like, yeah, fuck the
Not
gun
just that,
man.
but teaching in America
It's bad.
for school systems. It's not lucrative. You get shit on. You have to deal with a bunch of bullshit that you shouldn't have to deal with. Like my mom went through all that, and every fucking day she was miserable for like 10 years.
Yeah, you should just have
That's
Mary
why-
Kay
Not
now.
fucking do it.
That's why it's like highly, well, not like highly, whatchamacallit, advised, but it is more advised if you do want to if you do want to stay into teaching, you want to make sure that you do it overseas.
Yeah.
a lot.
100%.
Japan is
Yeah.
probably one of the best places for teachers to go to from America to
Yeah.
teach at, because their system there is so much better.
Yeah.
And you know,
Little
I think about,
bastard.
like-
Little
I think about,
bastards
like-
have to clean their
I
own
think about, like,
classroom.
Yeah.
Finland also has a
I think about
really
like
good school
90% of their
system,
systems
Finland
are
too.
better.
Well, I
over
mean,
there.
yeah, It's mainly just these like smaller countries that have significantly better systems than we do.
Yes.
And it's only because I think they're small.
Actually a respectable job. Because here in America, people don't look at teaching
No,
as like a
are you
respectable
kidding me?
thing.
My parents always call me a fucking failure just because I'm like, yeah, I want to be a teacher, and they're like, yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Go for your master's and be like a doctor or something.
If you want to teach in America, I feel like you have to go for the like community college or college.
Yeah,
teaching.
I mean,
if you want
and
actually
to do
make
that, you have
money.
to go all the way to PhD.
Yeah, but
On the
that's
plus
a lot
side,
of
Jeff,
work.
I could teach you how to shoot and carry a gun if you want.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's gonna be half of the teacher certification right there. Is like, here's a gun, figure it out. Do you know how to handle this?
Remember, there was that after the shooting, everybody was like, you know what we should do? We should arm the teachers and be like, all right, yeah, sure. I said stop talking.
I was about to say, especially if you have a fucking ride.
Also?
Who forgot to put their name on the paper?
There's actually several school districts in Texas that like almost all their teachers are armed.
There was a lot of I know like
These
Ted
guns.
Cruz was like, well, we just have like one exit and one entrance, and there was a lot of memes about that one where it's like, but sir, what if there's a fire?
Okay, here's how people are that fucking stupid. Like Roosevelt had one entrance, except for like in the morning when everyone was actually entering.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was
Wouldn't matter.
Campus, yeah.
We had like 4 entrances, so yeah.
Yep.
You had one in the back, one on the side, one on the side, and
Yeah,
the other
but
side too.
all of them except for like that main gate were locked, except for
Yeah,
after school and before school.
Yep.
that was it.
Well, good times.
Felt like a fucking prison.
It was 100% prison.
Was.
Our schools are built like prisons. There's a
It looked
reason
like
why
one.
everyone that's normally in school is fucking miserable. It's because it's a prison.
I mean, when we
I
went to
think
Rice, it was
the
actually
same
prison.
person who made the modern day school system also developed prisons.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah,
Actually, no, it
wasn't
was-
the person that made like, you know how all those elementaries have like little like ball at the front and then like the building here and the building there? Like that's all, like a lot of schools in the north side look like that.
Mm-hmm. I know what layout you're talking about.
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like 2 separate wings.
Kind of, yeah. Where it's the exact same elementary school for almost every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he also a prison designer or something like that?
Yeah.
Probably.
And the fucked up thing is that the modern day prison system is essentially slavery,
Oh yeah.
which is real fucked.
All right, so it's actually not. So
They technically get paid.
no, not they technically get paid. We spend more money on them than any labor we possibly get from them.
Oh,
yeah, but the fact that you're told that you have to go and do shit like
But
that.
also-
I don't think you are. I think it's kind of like you can either sit in your cell or do you want to like do something.
I think like I think the fucked up part is about like the prison system is like, okay, or like financially it is worth more money to fill up these prisons at all times.
Exactly.
Like and overfill these prisons because like I think
then we can
the
utilize
state
Yeah, because modern day slavery.
because like the state I think gets paid by the federal government and like I think the state
Kinda
will
like how
owe
schools do.
people I think the state like owes money if like the prisons aren't kept at like some level of capacity
Which is
or something like
fucked.
that where it's just like we can just export the prisoners to Finland though because they're paying they have like abandoned prisons over there.
Yeah.
Because they
Well,
don't
the
have
difference too
crime.
is
think
in
also-
Finland,
I think-
their prisons are made to rehabilitate.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole.
That's the
purpose.
thing.
Our prisons are made to cage animals.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all. You shove them in a cage, and then you take them out of that cage.
Yeah, that's why
and you make them go do
what is it,
manual
the
labor. You shove them back in the cage.
recidivism, whatever. Where like criminals, they get out of the prison and it's like, okay, well, all I can do now is commit crime, so now I have
Yeah.
to just go back to prison.
Pretty much,
That's a problem.
and because everyone knows that there's really no real rehabilitation that happens in prison, once you've been to prison, it is very difficult for you to get a job after that.
Mhm.
And so
I know a
you
lot
have
of
like
organizations
one
are
option.
trying to
Yeah,
remove
yeah.
that question and like remove like the prison because like I would say like probably like 70% of prisons like
Mhm.
normally not like a violent crime.
No.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of people in prison for carrying weed.
They do stuff for. They
But
always do for
that's
carrying all the
why
time.
they put prison sentences on stuff like that that's so small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 4 years
Yeah.
in prison for doing something as simple as carrying weed around. I mean,
The
it keeps
jaywalking?
the prisons
Got it.
full. And it's
Yeah.
kind of fucked that that's the way that we work, but it's kind of that way across our whole economy.
No, but also
So, you know.
speaking of Finland, I think Finland is one of their main imports is garbage from other countries because
That's funny.
yeah, because like I think they're so into like recycling and stuff, and they have these like
Facilities
not
actually
only
for
do they
it.
have like large facilities for recycling,
So China
but like
was
the
that for a long
the
time.
Finnish people don't throw like they also reuse and recycle all their stuff, so they actually have to like import garbage from other countries so that they can recycle it
The
for
thing
them.
is,
And I'm like,
They've made
there's
recycled
only
houses.
certain kinds of
What a great
recycling that
thing.
actually
Yeah.
works,
Mhm.
and plastic recycling really doesn't. And
Mhm.
the reason is because every type of plastic has so many different subcategories
Yep.
based on the different chemical compositions of it.
mhm.
To the extent of like, if you have green coloring in one and blue coloring in another, you cannot recycle those together.
Yeah.
And so the amount of different lines that you have to have and the amount of sorting systems you have to be able to pick up on every single minute distance or difference is so expensive that pretty much every major country that's tried to do it has said, fuck this. And they just throw it into waste instead.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I was reading something, and America only recycles like 3% of its plastics.
Yep.
And for a while we were like sending it somewhere else, right? Because it was too much of a
Hassle.
trouble for us to do it. We were wasting too much money on it. And that other place said, fuck this shit. They just started putting it right into landfills. They didn't even try to recycle it. They just
We'll
yeah.
take your garbage.
Yeah, exactly. I think we.
And then
paid
America
it.
was like, wait a
I mean,
minute.
yeah.
I mean, China when it was taking garbage, it was only just basically like unloading it, putting it into an incinerator, and just burning it.
Yeah, which isn't very good for the
Yeah, that's what we do all the
environment.
time.
Well, yeah,
Whatever.
but you feel better. I'm sending it to China to be recycled,
Yeah.
and China's like,
Really?
yes, it is being put back into the natural system.
Yeah.
It is being brought back
You
to
smell
nature.
that? It's
True.
plastic.
Just in the bad sense
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
What
I
is it?
love
Yeah.
the smell
But
of
that's the thing, like
microplastics.
recycling, like paper recycling works great.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
And
Yeah.
other types of recycling work great,
It's fucking
like
great.
metal and
That's
shit
why.
like that. But plastic recycling is not great, and the countries that do a lot of plastic recycling, they have laws that outlaw certain kinds of plastics
Yep.
and state that your plastics have to be made in certain ways. That way they can be recycled en masse.
That's actually cool.
Yeah. So that's the only way that they're actually able to recycle it, because
Can you
then
imagine
can
going
narrow
to
it
jail
I'm pretty
for
sure ours
having
is-
the wrong kind of plastic?
down, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's more for the companies. It's
Yeah,
not like
I
an
don't know.
individual's going to bring that.
'Cause,
plastic.
yeah, you're-
Oh
There's
man,
like-
I bought this Coke bottle from America. Whoop whoop. What?
Because ours aren't as strict. We still have like all those like recycling things like at the bottom of our
Yeah.
bottles.
That
and
I
shit.
never look at whenever I
That
throw it in the recycling
we don't look
bin.
at because there's no consequence for it. Exactly.
Exactly.
So I know that we have that system in place, but we just don't like enforce
Honestly,
it.
we don't even really use the system.
No, we don't.
We ship most of that to other countries
Yeah, but
and
they.
just say fuck it.
The only reason why we have it there is just because I think it's required for them to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I don't get why they don't just like, since everyone's so big into like robots and machine learning and all that shit. Why don't they just like
Make garbage robots?
make automatic sorters where it's just like I can see on a very close level that this is this type of plastic. Boop.
Because we don't care.
What, you want Wally to happen?
It's
Yes.
partially because we don't care.
Actually, yeah, you know what?
The other part is that
Yeah,
it's very
Wally's
expensive
cool
to get a
as fuck,
machine
dude.
to
Wally would be the
learn that
perfect
much,
robot.
to know that much, because there's so many different types of plastics, and so many. Every company,
And
their
there's always
plastic is a
making
little
new
bit different
ones,
than the other
too.
ones, right? So like even if you just look at like Tupperware, right? Every different company that makes Tupperware, it's a different chemical composition for each of them. So it would have to be, the machine would have to learn each of those different chemical compositions over time and be able to sort it accurately
So-
and efficiently.
So side idea, we just say screw all of this to all the sorting, melt all the plastic down to one thing, and make a new type of plastic, which just like
And then
you know
combination of everything.
like San Antonio sludge.
The monster plastic.
The only problem
We
with
just
that,
get that all this like sludge plastic and we put it next to the nuclear plant and
we're good.
we'll see what happens. Oh no! It's this plastic sludge monster.
So the main problem with incinerating all
And then we
plastic,
ban out-
because I burn plastic.
Oh no, not incinerating, melting.
So melting, when you melt plastics, right, you get byproducts.
Yeah.
Most of those byproducts are toxic.
Yeah, they're all
Extremely
very
toxic.
fucking bad.
Like
And they
instant
don't-
cancer.
They don't float up. So they don't go into the atmosphere. They normally stay around the level.
Okay.
And so if wind or something else were to hit that,
Yep.
you are killing hundreds by
Okay.
melting that plastic. So what that means then
I
is
know
that you
how
have
we can
to
win the war.
install like a system to be able to remove all that shit.
Yes.
And when we installed that system at my job, it was like a $3 million system.
Well, see,
Okay.
that's because
Well, we're gonna be melting a lot of plastic. It'll be worth it.
I doubt you're gonna make the 3 mil.
We just have to start like you know how in the Jetsons where they live like way up. We need to do
It's
that.
because everyone at the bottom is just
They're
burning
all-
plastic.
They're burning plastic. We have like a bunch of mutants at the surface that are
They look
plastic
down
melters.
past the toxic clouds.
That's a good
They're
point.
like,
I
oh,
don't
yeah,
think in the
our-
Jetsons they ever go to the surface.
No, they don't.
No,
Well,
they
the only
don't
time
do-
they do is when they have the crossover
With the Flintstones,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
But that's different.
But yeah, and the Jetsons, they live like in the Cloud City, and they're all like fucking probably like uber rich, but they never go below the clouds because it's just Reed's toxic nuclear sludge plastic monster. He inhabits the earth.
Oh, hello, Adelin's head and tail.